Imagine this, I was working 3 exhausting jobs, barely keeping my head above water. Every shift honestly felt like survival mode until one day something just kind of clicked. Now I'm running multiple weight loss clinics. I am happy. And now I'm at a point where I'm making over $100,000 a month. Here's the twist. I didn't leave healthcare behind as so many have done. I had the chance to redefine healthcare, and that is a privilege that I want to share with you all to understand how you can do this too. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I turned my burnout into my biggest breakthrough, right? And you can do it too. I have the utmost faith in you all as very smart clinicians and healthcare workers, okay? Next, we're gonna be working into the blueprint. And 3 years ago, actually, I was sitting at my desk at literally 2 a.m. staring at an overdue loan notice, credit card, and wondering if I would ever get ahead. And this is very reminiscent of when I was growing up very poor in small town Alabama. I would refer back to when my mom taught me that working hard is success. But really, all the hard work got me was just burnout, missing family dinners, missing friends and lunches. And that's when I got to a point of where I decided that I needed to break free and combine my medical knowledge with my love of technology and my newfound love of entrepreneurship. I wanted to do this to create something that not only changed my life, but also helped hundreds of patients and even my friends during the height of the pandemic when everyone was losing their jobs and they were stress eating like I was. I know I told you before that I've gained over 50 pounds during that time. Here's what no one tells you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to start with a plan. Think of building your clinic as though you're exploring Elder Scrolls Skyrim, right? Everyone knows I love my nerd analogies, but it helps. Hang in there. Every decision matters, and your party determines the outcome of your epic battle against the dragon. And here's how you're going to get started. 1, you want to forge the foundation, which is your business structure. So depending on your state, you want to decide between an LLC, S Corp, or PLLC based on tax benefits and your requirements in certain states. Next is you want to get the right licenses to operate legally in your state. That could be your HCCE waiver. And you also want to make sure that you get your right business license in your county if that applies to you. Next is protect yourself with proper insurance coverage, and that includes your malpractice and your business and establishment licenses and insurance. And if you have any employees, you should also get OSHA insurance for your employees. Are you going to go physical? Are you going to go virtual and telehealth only? Are you going to do hybrid? It's up to you in your state. And the great thing about virtual clinics is that they are booming thanks to the current telehealth trends, which is driven by accessibility and the needs and the shift towards convenience. You want to do a market analysis by analyzing your demographics. Is this an underserved area and you need to control costs? Think about your culture and your dietary preferences that may shape your offering. If you're in a predominantly Muslim community, make sure you have some halal offerings. Then you want to map out the competition so that you can stand out by addressing the gaps that are in your community. And just like grinding in Skyrim, you'll spend hours leveling up your knowledge before you're ready to take on the final boss, and that is launching your practice. So 1 is going to be your service menu. That's your arsenal of tools. Like, think of it as your weapons and inventory to meet the needs of your patients in your market, which makes you stand out. If you tailor everything to your patient and not have a cookie cutter one size fits all, then that is your unique selling proposition. Make sure that it aligns with your patient's interests. Use tactics like motivational interviewing. Think about diets. The Mediterranean diets are very good. Think about the plant-based diets. Think about the high protein diets are very important, especially if you're using the GLP-1 medication. Speaking of GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or the brand new guys on the block now, which are the 2-in-1 GIP-GLP, which is your tirzepatide. So these are things that you need to offer because of the demand and the rising cost. Next is your nutritional counseling. You want to respect food traditions while promoting sustainable health improvement. I want you to focus on the word sustainable. Next is look at the body composition, because the scale is only a small, not so accurate measure. And this is more comprehensive, and these show more, and that'll keep your patients engaged. And these body composition analyses will really help your patients become more engaged and encouraged, because now they're getting more data. Every practice is different, and nothing here really constitutes medical advice. What I do is I focus on those non-scale victories. What are those? How do you feel? How's your sleep? How's your energy? Hell, how's your libido? These are things that really make my program unique. And just as a pro tip or a side note, I also do a comprehensive mental health evaluation. I can't tell you how many times that I have actually picked up on eating disorders, like binge eating disorders. There's a story of a young child who was morbidly obese at 15 to 16 years old at my practice, and her demeanor showed me something else was going on. Her BMI was about 70. At such a young age, that should trigger some red flags in her head of, I wonder what's going on. Is there any abuse? Is there any trauma? If you look at the show, My 600-Pound Life, you'll start to see that as a commonality. If you want to hear that story, please comment below. And if I get enough of those, then I'll share it. And so your service menu or your offerings isn't just a list. It's your sword and shield tackling obesity, and by giving your patients a great arsenal. Next is your team building. While many of you may decide to start on your own part-time, and that's smart and that's okay, but as you grow, you also need to build your team. Every Dragonborn needs a loyal party to succeed and support them. Your staff and team is your fellowship, and you're leading them and you're helping develop their skills to grow, and that will help serve your patients better. So even if you're hiring a virtual assistant, which I do recommend as soon as you start to bring in money. Why? Because you can't do everything. And next is you need to spend more time working on the business, not in the business. That's the trick to being a good entrepreneur. Read the book 4-Hour Work Week. It's about who you know, not what you know. And then once you get to the point of hiring people, I want you to hire based on the culture. I want you to hire based upon the needs of your patient. I want you to hire based upon your shortcomings as well as the patient's needs. And you need to sit down and understand who you need to help you. Like if you're anything like me, I'm not very organized. So I always try to hire someone that's detail oriented, that will help me to become more organized in the practice. I get asked by my consulting clients all the time, it's like, how do I know who to hire? I leave you with this. You can teach skills, but you can't teach a person empathy, compassion, and to love the mission that you're doing. Hire based on that. And then once you hire these people, promote a positive work environment and culture. Take care of these people. The reason why I say that is that they spend most of their life with you at the practice. And if you keep that practice environment good and free from hostility, then I think they're going to love working there, and they're going to be more productive and happy and need less mental health days, right? And the reason why this is so important is that people are the backbone of your practice. Patient acquisition is one of the most important but most misunderstood thing. And your foundation, it should be solid at this point. And so you're able to onboard and bring patients in from multiple different avenues. And you want to track and trend where they come from. And this starts with definitely your local SEO. Google has a spot just for that. Okay, make sure that everything's correct with your practice address, phone number, all those good things, all right? Collect those Google reviews like gold coins in Skyrim and hoard them. Why? That's your currency. First place you and I go before we do anything is online reviews. And a killer way to be part of the community and create a referral network is to coordinate with local businesses. What do I mean by this? Gyms, health food stores, supplements, meal preps. You guys work together, do cross discounts and cross promotions, and before you know it, both of you guys are working and growing together and creating healthier patients. I mean, how much better can this really get? Seriously. And this will help you tap into patient demographics that you would not normally have, that these businesses have. So that's another great thing. Next is host free webinars or host free health event and fairs. I've done this a few times and it's been fantastic. You can bring the community together, bring your referral partners together, and then have everyone introduced. I know I had my physical therapy referral company out there, my cardiology specialist referral, my cardiology specialist that really took care of me and my patients, gave us wholesale cost echoes and EKGs and even heart caths. And these webinars will also establish you as the educational thought leader of the weight loss in your community. It's fantastic, right? It's win, win, win. You win by getting more patients. The patients win by becoming more educated and more savvy, and the community wins because now we have healthier and skinnier patients. The importance of branding is that it builds trust into you, and by becoming that recognizable figure in the community, and that differentiates you from the rest of the clinic. Let's face it, there's always someone better out there or offers more than you do, but they may not be as recognized as you are in the community. And another great thing is that your brand builds loyalty. Think about Apple. Their iPhones are more expensive and sometimes lack some of the Android features, but people still line up outside to wait for the new iPhone. That's the brand, right? And if you've taken my course, then you understand what is a unique selling proposition, or UVP is what makes you special and unique, that stands out from the crowd. Is it culturally sensitive care, or is it like me that I have lost the weight? I know what it's like to be on both sides of the equation as a patient and a provider. And finally, let your uniqueness and personality shine. Do not try to hide it and try to be this professional person. That's not what patients want. They want you to be your unique and quirky self. Why do you think behind the scenes videos are some of the most viral content? People like genuine, real you, because we all know that most things on social media are just fabricated, right? So we want genuine, your flaws and all. And just as a pro tip, try to gamify your marketing strategy, right? And just like leveling up in Skyrim, you want to think of each interaction with patients as an opportunity to gain XP or experience. But here's what no one tells you about building a weight loss clinic. The most successful clinics aren't really the ones with the fanciest equipment or they offer the most services, flashiest ads. They're the ones that really understand a single fundamental truth. Weight loss isn't just about shedding pounds. It's about transforming lives. I remember one of my patients, after so long, couldn't lose weight, and finally after 50 pounds, it just really hit me of, you didn't just help me lose weight, Shane, you gave me back my life and my confidence. Moments like that really made it worth it for me, and my goal was to have everyone to feel like I felt when I lost my 100+ pounds. And I want this for you guys too. You deserve it, and you don't deserve burnout. So if this story resonated with you guys and you feel stuck or burned out, don't waste another day. Take control today. And so here's how you do this next. Download my free weight loss launch guide. It's packed with everything you need to get started today. Join our Facebook group, the Medpreneurs Roundtable. Lots of people that think like you, right? Hit subscribe today for weekly updates so you don't miss any stories like these. And smash the like button like it's the Skyrim dragon. And remember, just like every RPG, the journey of 1,000 patients begin with one step. And just like always, may the force of entrepreneurship be with you.